crore users worldwide on LinkedIn. And we all can take a bow because more than 5% of this entire population is from India. And that makes us around 76 million. So these are the figures for LinkedIn users worldwide and in India. The second figure includes all of us who are using LinkedIn. So anyone here not using LinkedIn? Anyone not using LinkedIn? Because my motto is somehow like, I'm associated with LinkedIn, and after having their license, my responsibility is to create awareness for LinkedIn. So is there anyone not on LinkedIn? Not on LinkedIn? That's good. Everybody is on LinkedIn. And in this session, this small session, we will try to introduce all of you one by one. So there is a time slot, 3 to 5 minutes. All of you can come up and talk about yourself, what you do, how you like to connect. And there are two things we'll be asking from you. The first, what help do you need? Like someone is here for some kind of, say some help with their startups, some help with the funding, some need some services like digital marketing or something. So just speak about that part, what you need. And the second, what you can help with. If I don't have, if I have water issues, drinking water issues, I don't have good drinking water, I'm going to call one of the companies sitting here. Home, the boring company. Why? If I need that in my house, if I need a boring, I'm going to call them. So that's how I'm going to network with people here. And I hope you all will do the same. Just speak about these two parts. What help do you need and what you can help others with. Now I'm just moving to our partner introduction. We have so many partners. This event couldn't be possible without their support. Yes, monetary support is also there. And I'd like to call upon our foremost supporter who has been here for a long time. She is with us from the first event, and she is Rajashree Goswami. Oh well, you can connect with her on LinkedIn by scanning this QR code. That's our profile on the QR. If you want to scan, you can. And then you can connect with her. So I'd like to request Ankita Deka and Daisy Mudia to felicitate Rajashree. Rajashree is the owner of Tastefood Chocolate Room in Tastefood, and there are so many other things. I'd ask her to talk about herself. Mike is yours, Rajashree.
Hi everyone, I am Rajashree. As Mohsinda already has told, I am the co-owner of the Chocolate Room Tastefood. The Chocolate Room Tastefood is the food cafe in Assam. We are under the franchise network of the Chocolate Room India Private Limited. That is based out in Gujarat. And apart from being in business, I am also a content writer. I work for First Principles. So I am working there as a content marketing lead. First Principle is a venture holding company. We have the head office in Seattle, USA. And at present we are working as a work from home organization. I am working with First Principle along with their sister organization, Syndication Pro. That's a real estate investment organization, and we are offering services to operation as a service, growth advisory, SEO services. We are offering that, and along with that, I am also working as a social worker, where I am focusing my views and opinions towards the women empowerment across the state. Thank you so much, and thank you Team LinkedIn Local for being in this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajashree. Next, I would like to call upon Anup Sinha, who is the co-founder of Tastefood Chocolate Room. And thank you for coming all the way from Tastefood to Guwahati. And I I'd like to request Daisy to felicitate Anup. Mike is yours.
Hello everyone. My name is Anup Sinha. So I am one of the owners of the Chocolate Room. I am a business partner with Ms. Rajshri Goswami. Apart from being the owner of the Chocolate Room Tejpur, I am also a SEO specialist, currently working with Abayo Incorporation based out on Denver, Colorado. So actually I am working from home only. So we are a software review company. What we do is we review softwares and give ratings to softwares. So just like I think you must have heard about G2 and Capterra, such companies. So we fall under the same category. And yeah, it's good to be here in LinkedIn Local. We have been helped, and we have been able to help some of the participants who have come to the LinkedIn Local earlier versions. And thanks to LinkedIn Local, I've just met one of my super senior from Tejpur University, Mr. Bhaskar. This only happens in LinkedIn Local. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks, Anu. That's really exciting, and it's good that you're already making connections and networking. That's what we need. Next, I'd like to call upon marketing head from Puravi, Sayyid Mujahid Hussain. I think he hasn't arrived yet. Anyone from the Puravi team? Puravi is one of our partners. Husna Bora from Puravi. I just double checked my watch. If it is going fast. No, it is not. So anyway, I think Manjit is also not there. He is also from Puravi. So we'll skip their names, and as soon as they are, we will talk to them. We will hear to them, and we'll listen to their thoughts and ideas. Next we have Sanawaz Amir, and he's the director and editor of Guwahati Times. And one of my proud students from Guwahati University, where I teach in mass communication. So I'd like to hand over the mic to Sanawaz and let us know about his thoughts.
Hello everyone, my name is Sanawaz, as Sir said. I am associated with LinkedIn Local from the first session itself, and it has helped me in different ways to connect with people, and a few of the companies which I met in here, I'm still working with them. Being in the media industry, I would just like to say one thing. Like, I started it in 2017 as a student. A group of 8 to 12 students, we started the Guwahati Times. So later on, at first it started as a Facebook page, but later on we have made it a full-fledged media house. And right now I also thank Mohsin sir, as we are one of the partners in this event. I just want to say that if you want to get your news published, any kind of news, then you can contact me. I will also share my card with you guys. So that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Sanawaz. I will request Daisy to felicitate Sanawaz with a full-on answer. Thank you, Daisy. Our partners from Puravi has arrived. I'd like to see their faces.
Thank you.
So I'd like to go back to the slides and would like to call upon Mr. Sayyid Mujahid Hussain to come to the stage and deliver a few speech about like how Puravi is working, how it is affecting the entire society. Over to Mr. Mujahid Hussain.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening. I'm taking care of Puravi Dairies marketing. It involves marketing and sales. But Puravi is much more than marketing and sales. It's more like building up a cooperative structure in Assam. We currently, you must be seeing our milk variants In fact, we are the market leaders in milk in Guwahati. In fact, in Assam, in the pouch milk segment. And it is a homegrown brand established in 1976. And since 1981, it has been distributing milk. It has seen its bad times. It has gone down. But since last 15 years, it has been managed by National Dairy Development Board. So because of the technical competencies, the brand has picked up. They have helped in establishing it's the cooperative structure which normally dairy in India operates. It just like Operation Flood, which started all across India. Assam is relatively was late, but now currently we are operating in some 11 districts of Assam, and the main procurement is happening through 485 dairy cooperative societies across these districts, and we have currently around 18,000 active pourers. Pourers in the sense the farmers who regularly pours their milk to the dairy cooperative societies. Those dairy cooperative societies are affiliated to Purobi, and then it is collected. A lot of things goes behind. When I was not part of Purobi, I also had a lot of misunderstanding. So whenever we used to see the Purobi plant in Panjabari, we used to think that there must be cows inside and milk is produced inside. So actually milk comes from as far as Koliabor in Nagaon or in Hujai, out here, Borpeta, Morigaon, Nagaon, and recently we have also started in Dorong. And now Purobi has the confidence which the government has seen for this building up of this cooperative structure for the overall development of the society or at the rural level. A very ambitious plan has been taken up by the government of Assam, wherein 10 lakh liters of milk has to be processed in a day. So that's a plan which has been taken, which is actually very big when we compare it with certain figures, like currently it's only around 1.5 lakh liters of milk which gets processed and packed in pouches which gets distributed. So in such a scenario, Assam as such was, or the entire region of Northeast was always a very milk deficient region. But now because of this white revolution, you can say, that lots of people are getting into this dairy sector, and it is one of those sectors which can actually help improve the economic condition at the rural level for the overall development. So I'm quite proud to be part of this organization because we are directly working for the farmers. It's the farmers' produce which we are marketing. And the response for our product is also very warm and hearty. So we are also very thankful to the consumers of Assam. And if anyone wants to have anything more to understand, we are always open for discussion. So a lot of people doesn't know about this dairy sector. That's why I took some time, got an opportunity to speak about. Yeah, please.
What is the market share of Purobi right now in Assam? Market share?
Market share in the organized pouch milk segment.
Yeah, pouch milk.
So we currently, the pouch milk segment is in the range of around 1.5 lakh liters per day. And we are currently selling around 80,000 liters per day.
You are the top.
We are the market leaders.
So who are the second and third position?
Amul is the second.
Okay.
Then we have got Sudha, which is a brand from Bihar. And also we have got Sita Jokola, which is also in the same cooperative structure. They are also doing a very good job.
Yeah, they are very aggressively.
Very aggressively, they have opened up a lot of stores in Nagaon and Morigaon area, even in Guwahati. But currently, as far as distribution is concerned, We service somewhere around 3,600 outlets every day. So that way, they have got some very premium outlets, but as far as distribution is concerned, it is the more number of outlets where Purobi or its product, Purobi milk and its products are available.
You are directly going for the acquired cooperative societies or individual cow product also?
No, it's only cooperative societies we deal in.
So individual cow product, they are not going.
No, if they need to be part of a cooperative society to be a part of this.
Individual, they are not able.
Individual farmers cannot be part of it. It's a cooperative structure only.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica. I would like to ask Daisy to participate in the Tulam Ganesa. And I will request Jisu to come forward and hand over the certificate to Zamidi. Thank you so much. You all have heard about Purobi. Even I had the same idea, like cows are there inside Purobi in 6 months. But later when I went to their office, I realized that this is something bigger than that, bigger than the cows I was expecting. So anyway, thanks to Purobi team. And now I would like to call upon Husna Bora from Purobi team. Okay, anyway, is Manjit here? Okay. Okay, fine, we'll move forward. So in case you have any question regarding, how Purobi operates, how this cooperative structure is within Assam or, around Assam, you can talk to him during our open networking session. That is by that. We'll also have some IT by the time, so that you don't get bored. Now coming back to the team and our partners. Now we have our partners from G+, Gunjan Sharma. Gunjan, I saw your face. Can you please come forward and tell us a little about G+ and your role in G+. And if you want to follow Gunjan you want to connect with Gunjan on LinkedIn, there is a QR. Okay, sorry, I don't have a profile. Yeah, come forward, please.
Hi, so I wasn't prepared for this, so I generally don't know what to say. But hi, I'm Gunjan and I work at G+ as a senior social media executive. We have a paper that comes out every Saturday, that also came out today. And we are on social, we are also on LinkedIn. We have quite a page on LinkedIn, which is handled by Vicky, who is also here. And apart from that, we are on all major social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We also have an app. So we do coverage around Guwahati and in and around Guwahati, almost everywhere. So I think.
Thank you, Gunjan. And I will request Daisy to participate, Gunjan. Now I'd like to call Vidhi Jain to come forward and talk about her work in G+ as a data analyst. So you probably all have been through at least once through G+. I can see few faces sitting to my left, sitting to my right. So knew about us through G+. G+ is one of our partners, media partners, and we really are thankful to them for all the coverage they did. Over to you, Vidhi.
Hi, thank you, Lily, for giving this opportunity to G+. Well, hi, I'm Vidhi. I'm data analyst and SEO expert for G+ website. So it's been 2.5 years I've been associated with G+, and after that I've followed LinkedIn as well. Yeah, G+ is the platform. If you want to know what is happening in and around the city or Assam or Northeast, G+ is the correct place for that. And even if you know if there is earthquake, flood, or anything that you want to know, I'm sure you must be following G+. Thank you, Gunjan has given all the
Yeah, thank you, Vidhi. I would like to request Daisy again to participate also. So this is kind of our ritual, to participate all our partners, since they have been helping us in a grand way. Now I'd like to move forward and call on our next partner, Mr. Shubhankar Banerjee, Director of 7th Sense PR Communication. Prior to all the news that through all the news channels and the newspapers was because of him. G+ is our media partner, so all rest of the news prints that you have seen, probably have seen on our page, after him. So over to you, Zulanga.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mosinda, for giving me the opportunity again to be the proud peer partner of LinkedIn Local. I've been associated with this since 2019, yes, second event, yeah. And anything regarding public relations in Assam and Northeast, we provide similar services in Assam and Northeast. So anything regarding PR, we can connect over the highlight. Thank you.
Thank you, Zulanga. And I request Vinky again to felicitate Zulanga with the Kulanga. Next we had Priyanka Paul, but I guess he is not here. So now we have our next partner and one of our team members, Pragyan Bezgora, who was already taking lots of pictures, new pictures, and he is our photography partner. So all the smiling faces you will be seeing in our Facebook or in our LinkedIn pages, even on our WhatsApp group, all credit goes to this guy. Over to Pragyan.
Hello everyone. So yes, I am Pragyan. So basically, I have a background in computer science engineering. Then I turned into data analyst. Then I turned into a traveler. Then I turned into graphic designer. And I also am into a lot of photography stuff, videography stuff. So anything that I can help you folks with. And also, if you are planning to travel, I can help you with really cheap ways how to do that. I've done that a lot. So that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Pragyan and his pocket-friendly travel tips, right? Okay, thank you, Pragyan, and I would like to request Sutanuka to felicitate Pragyan. This is like keeping the Gamusa in our team itself. Anyway, thank you, Pragyan. Now we'll be moving to the most important part of the session of this LinkedIn Local 6, LinkedIn Local Guwahati 6. That is, you people who makes this event successful. So to do the honor, I would request our partner and my co-host in previous events, Rajasri Goswami, to come forward and take the lead from here. Rajasri, mic is all yours. Make us proud.
Thank you so much. So first of all, thank you Team LinkedIn Local for giving me this opportunity. Before the introduction session, I would like to request you to kindly write down the answers for the two queries. That is,
You want Rizek to come first. So hello everyone, nice to see you all. My name is Avinash. I am, as you can see, a digital marketing specialist. I didn't know about that QR thing, so I didn't put it there. But if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, I have the same photograph, same name, you can do that. Speaking about me, I am mainly in digital marketing. I have been doing that for 6 years, I guess now. I have worked with industries like IT, media, hospitality, and then in between I was working with a US company, so I did a lot of local businesses there. And currently I'm working with an IT company called Mastic Limited, which is based out of Bombay. We're like an 850 crore company. And I am basically looking in the UK market. And before that I have worked in the US market and the India market. So that was pretty much about me. If you need help, basically maybe I can help you in growing your business digitally, which can be, bringing more awareness for your organization, driving more traffic, and then driving more conversions, which everything will happen digitally. And my areas of interest are basically into content marketing, then social media marketing. I do a lot of paid advertising. I do a lot of lead generation. So those are the things that I'm really interested in. And oh, you have that. Wow. Cheers to that. So that was about me. If you want to connect with me, please do that. It'd be really great to catch up with all of you. Exchange ideas. Again, I have a very soft core for good ideas. I do like working on ideas and products and stuff like that. So it would be really great if we could work on something together. Thank you so much.
Yes, I would like to say digital marketing is something need of the with SEO, PPC and Google changing updates like probably quarterly. So yeah, thank you so much for your introduction. Next we have Abidul Rahman.
Hello everyone, my name is Abidul Rahman. I am the co-founder and director of a company called Slice Pixels. So basically we are into designing, we create designs, we do branding for companies, we place them, we make the brands to communicate with the consumers in a very easy way and in a very memorable way, so that it can create an impact, a long-lasting impact on the consumers, on the section of people they have been working with. So basically, we are almost 1 year old company, but individually our team members, we have been working in this field last 8 to 9 years. So we have a very strong core team working behind this brand. So if you guys can need any kind of consultancy or any kind of suggestions in promoting your brand, in placing your brands, so you guys can contact us. And thanks to LinkedIn Guwahati for this platform. I'm glad that we can connect more in a deeper way. Thanks.
So we have the QR code, so if you wish you can connect Abidul on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. Taking it forward from here, I next would like to invite Avinash Dev.
Hello everyone, my name is Avinash. I co-founded this company for water well drilling with my brother. So, my area of expertise is like you have problems with water at your home, in your complex or anywhere, I'm there for you. And what I need help from your end is, if you, regarding digital marketing, I have almost got people from there, and funding if possible. Okay, thank you.
That was indeed a crisp introduction. Thank you so much. Next we have Anshuman Kondinya. Can we please have Anshuman Kondinya? Okay, next we have Anisha Bezbura. Can we have Anisha Bezbura, please? Anisha, mic is yours.
So, hello, I am Anisha Bezbura. I am working as a content research analyst for True Global Technologies Private Limited. It's an IT firm. I do back-end office work over there. And otherwise, I'm a freelance graphics designer and photographer and a video editor as well. So another thing, I got my job through LinkedIn, so thank you LinkedIn. So as per what I can give, I can provide you with graphic designing and editing jobs. So if anybody needs any help with that, you can consult with me. So this is my
Thanks, Anisha. So we have the QR code, so you can connect on Anisha and LinkedIn. Next we have Arnab Chaudhary. Mic is yours.
Now guesses for what I do. You might have seen that I'm probably the most unusual person over here. I went to the list. No one else is a teacher over here. I know a few people. Me and Avinash Deori and his brother Akshay have had a relationship for the past professional, sorry, that was just it. We have known each other professionally. Asalda over here, I hope you remember me. He's from the cycling community. We did push-ups together and went for the ride. The purpose I'm here, okay, so I teach in St. Francis de Sales High Secondary School. If that is familiar for someone, I can see one here bobbing, alright. We'll talk after this. Okay, there were two questions, right? Three actually, my introduction, what I can give. My purpose over here was not really much, but the option number 3 was to break my shackles, because me as a teacher in today's time, the levels that I teach, it's very easy to become complacent and be stuck in my, my sector. If I talk about, since I teach in a CBSE medium school, you must know that the NEP, National Education Policy, the new one came up last year, the NEP 2020, if someone is at all familiar. Fun fact, the last NEP was 1989, before even I was born. I mean, don't understand the amount of competencies that come in this sector if you're not connected. That's my whole purpose. I have been looking into the list of people. I looked to do, can I have that, sir, if you don't mind for a second? Not this one, actually, the one which had the other name, thank you very much. Someone who is a hydrocarbons professional. I really want to know what that is. I'm sorry, maybe I'll speak to you. I found that very interesting. I found another one, I ticked it. I'll probably look for your name. If you could give my QR up. So here I am. I'll see one in each of you. Syed Raza, I think I saw him in 2020 over this online thing. People look much bigger than the look on screen. I think I spoke to Mr. Datta. He was in one of the conferences back in 2020. We had this LinkedIn, I guess, 3rd or 4th. So that's it. I get to talk to you one and all later sometime. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arnav. That was indeed descriptive. I think everyone can connect Arnav on LinkedIn. So next we have Arshil Akhtar.
Hello everybody, this is Arshil Akhtar. You can call me a friendly river cyclist. I'm into cycling. So I have these two social enterprises called Pedal for a Change and Green and Active Mobility Forum. So I've been into this field for the last 6 years. Prior to that, I had some experience in IT, then banking, then some failed ventures. Then I got into this in 2016. A lot of, I know a few faces here. Met sort of seniors as well, Limunda, a lot of people here, Sotanil there. Yeah, great to be here. In 2018, I was given this position called Bicycle Mayor of Guwahati. The fancy looking name. It's a basically an honorary position. For 2020, I'll be here till 2022. So my work is to get most people into getting into cycling, primarily the mode of transportation. So what I can do, help you out, is to manage events for cycling and running. And the help that I'm looking for you from all of you is to help me make Guwahati more cycling friendly. You can do it for your establishments, for your organizations, or for yourself as well. So that's it for me. I'll take the character, please.
Thank you so much. Next we have Ashwiza Vijayendra.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is the second time in a week that I'm holding the mic. The first one was in the Toastmaster just this week. So I'm happy to be holding the mic and speaking to all of you. So my name is a tongue twister, so it's Ashwiza Vijayendra. If someone can not find me on the LinkedIn, you can probably scan the QR code right there. I am Agile Project Manager for one of the startup called Tech Variable. I am also a freelancer working across the clients from across the globe. So I worked with clients from US, from Australia, from Kazakhstan as well. So that was for my professional life. So other than my professional life, I am an active member of Toastmasters Club here in Guwahati. I am also the organizer of Google Developers Group here, and we are going to start a new chapter here in Guwahati. So if you guys want to know more about that, you can Google GDG, that's Google Developers Group Guwahati, and join us there. Or you can approach me, of course. I'm also a woman Women in Tech Makers Guwahati, Google. So what I can give is, if you guys are interested to know more from the technology perspective, so I'm there for you, and whatever knowledge that I have, I can help you guys with that. And what I'm here for is to really just network across and have wide varieties of perspectives. So that's about it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Next we have Bhargav Padmavati.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bhargav. What can I say? I really wanted to join this event, and because of the torrential rains in Guwahati, I was thinking that it would be postponed or something, and I was not here. I'm based out of Guwahati right now, and I drove all the way just to be here. The main purpose of joining this event here is because for the last 2 years I've been working from home. Hardly have had the chance of meeting people like this, such a gathering. And also, I don't have the opportunity to know what's happening around Assam as well, because I do not live in Assam actually. So that's the purpose, to meet all of you guys, to meet as many people as possible, and also to know what's happening around here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next we have Mr. Bhaskar Borla. Mr. Bhaskar Borla.
Hello everyone, my name is Bhaskar. Currently I am working on the integrated traffic management system for Guwahati. I am a consultant for Tata Consulting Engineers, and I also do freelancing as a field registered mutual fund distributor. How I can help someone? I'm pretty much interested in interacting with the entrepreneurs in Northeast. I had a stint of around 4 years as an entrepreneur myself. Due to COVID, I had to shut down my venture. But if someone wants to talk to me, I would be very happy to share my experience. And how you can help me? Of course, by consulting me for your investments in mutual funds. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have the QR code, so you can connect Mr. Bhaskar Borla later. Next we have Vibhuti Bhushan Kalita. Mic is yours, Vibhuti.
Hello everyone, myself Vibhuti Bhushan Kalita. I work for Director General of Hydrocarbons and currently deputed here in Assam Public Control Board. I do licensing during the state for oil and gas operators regarding clearances of forestry, environment and consent. And through LinkedIn, I have obtained both my previous job and this one through LinkedIn. So I'm very much thankful for LinkedIn. So I came here. I don't know how I can give you something from my side. Obviously, I can give oil and gas sector inputs. So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Next we have Dipankar Bhattacharya.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dipankar Bhattacharya. I live from Margarita in Upper Assam, however, based out of Guwahati now. So I am the Chief Operating Officer for Zamidi, and it's a healthcare startup. So before I tell you what do I expect from all of you, I need to tell you a little bit about the whole project. So Zamidi is all about a platform like Amazon, Uber, Ola, you name it, it's there. So we are trying to be a platform for the healthcare industry. That means we are going to try and connect patients to hospitals and hospitals to patients. In short, we are going to be the OYO of hospitals. Alright? So what am I looking at right now? We are looking at potential investors because we have liquidated 10% of the company valuation. The company is valued at 3.75 crores and 37 lakhs is what we have floated as equity. So any potential investors, not just money people who want to be part of this entire journey in disruption of the healthcare industry are most welcome. And second thing is, yes, we have already started signing up hospitals as such, and we'll be launching the app and the website by end of this month, not end of this month, first week of July. So it's already in the development stage and we are super excited. Yes, if you would like to know more about this and how you can be part of the journey, feel free to connect with me and we'll be more than happy to assist with any further information that you require. And if you need any, if you know any hospitals, or the MD or the owners as such, feel free to connect them to us because we are going to do that anyways. So that's all I have to say from my side. Thank you so much, LinkedIn Local, for this.
Thank you so much. Next we have Akshay Jajodia. Okay. He is on his way. So then next we have Aman Jain.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. So my name is Aman. I am a chartered accountant by qualification. Currently working as a project manager at Class 24 and their Guwahati HQ. So I am working there as in the process excellence department. Basically in this era when all startups and corporates are looking to automate their work for better efficiency and also for cost optimization. So my main purpose being here is trying to understand the market here in Guwahati, how you guys are operating your businesses, trying to make sense of the market here, as I'm also trying to foray into the freelance market as automation specialist. So we'll probably connect with each one of you post this session. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Bharti Bajaj. Next we have Bharti Bajaj. Next slide please. Next we have Dipanita Day. Dipanita Day. Next we have Dhiraj Hazarika. Dhiraj Hazarika. Going forward, next we have Jiman Dev. Next slide please. Next we have Dipankar N. Mike is yours.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Dipankar and I am a security specialist. So I've been with an organization known as Entity Data for almost 10 years right now. And if you ask what I can offer, so right now we have currently job openings. So if anybody is interested, you can contact me and I can actually refer your name. So there are kind of very good compensations being provided. So if anybody is interested, you can. And actually what I'm looking for is that, you see, during the pandemic, I think everybody must have known that many people who actually work abroad or outside had issues finding jobs. In fact, many lost. So what happened was that nobody in Northeast sector, whoever wanted, could not find a job. Even if those who actually got job, did not get actually that kind of a compensation given. So this is something that we actually need to look into it across all. And when you actually talk of connectivity or networking, you can use other platforms like Facebook or anything else. Or any other online platform which is available. But main purpose of LinkedIn, which I feel, is that everybody wants to enhance their career and their professional life. Not just in that way, but not in terms of your freelancing or new startup or anything. But everybody would like to increase their career in terms of compensation, pay package, and all these things. So what are those opportunities that we have within this region? And my main purpose here is that even if I want to actually start up a new organization or anything else, I'm actually looking what kind of resources that I can avail from here. So if anybody is interested who wants to actually give the skill set, can contact me. I will try to then along with you try to build up something important. Another thing is that I actually want to know how many from here are actually willing to work in rural places. Anybody would like to raise their hands? So few. So it seems that maximum are kind of still interested with urban areas. So we actually need to think. I'm from Naga right now, so I've traveled from far places, and what I actually see is that there's plenty of problems in terms of agriculture and many other fields. So I think we can still use your skill set, your assets, and whatever knowledge that you have. So that is all I wanted. And please contact me if you need any assistance, especially in terms of security. So I have a very vast knowledge in terms of security, field cyber security. I've been with 10 years. So let me know if you need anything. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Divyanshu Swami. Next we have Farija Hussain. Mic is yours, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Farisa. You can see from there that actually I've been working for more than 20 years in a telecom sector, in the marketing profession. And recently I have just taken a sabbatical, so I moved into, hiked up my, my skills. So currently I'm more into mentoring and coaching. So I have, I conduct a lot of courses on NLP. Anybody heard about NLP here? Yeah? So it's a neuro-linguistic programming. Basically, it is also teaches a lot of techniques, tools and techniques as to how a person can increase their efficiency. So I do the basic and the diploma here in Northeast, and also I'm associated with many of the NGOs here as a consultant. So that's what I do at the moment. And I'm very happy to be here, present amongst you all, and to meet each of you personally. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next we have Hemant Agarwal.
Hello everyone, myself Hemant Agarwal. I'm working as a digital marketer. It's been 3 years I'm in this domain. I'm mainly looking for businesses with whom I can help. You can connect with me if you want to build your social media marketing or branding. I'm into social media and branding. So looking forward to connect with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Iftikhar Hussain Chaudhary. Next we have Jyoti Plavan Talukdar.
Hello everyone, I am Jyoti Plavan Talukdar. I have been working as senior software engineer in Zamidi Technologies, which mainly deals with data governance. And I have been associated with Zamidi for the last 3 years. So apart from development, I am also a photographer, and I'm also associated as a volunteer in Assam Bird Monitoring Network, which is a networking group which mainly identifies the bird species across entire Assam. And we are also going to recently launch a new atlas for birds only, Guwahati Bird Atlas, and it's in progress. Apart from this, what help I can provide? Yeah. So if you need any help in any technology perspective, my main domain is on cloud development as well as DevOps, which is another up-and-coming technology domain. After that, I can also help you with digital graphic designing also if you require. I did graphic designing for quite some time as a freelancer before moving to software development. And what help I need, currently I am just looking for a networking perspective. Like as you know, like being a software developer, we tend to be in a particular domain. So I'm trying to expand my horizon into multiple domains to learn about multiple different perspectives. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Krishna Nath.
Hello everyone, I'm Krishna Nath, the founder of Untitled Chapter. So basically I started working in 2017 in one of the Fortune 500 companies, and during the lockdown I joined my family business in Assam, so sales and Guwahati. So there I have seen that mostly all of the tea, like this sold in very high prices. So what we have started is we have already started selling the tea around the globe, but now we are just starting the distribution model in Assam. So that's why I wanted to connect with everybody, like whoever wants to like join with us in this journey for the distribution. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Kuntal Das.
Good evening, friends. I'm Mr. Kuntal Das. I have a corporate experience of more than 13 years in the field of human resource. Since last 8.5 years, I'm into direct selling, which is most talked about industry but least understood. As per recent data shown by the government of India, the Steel Department is one of the most biggest contributor in employment generation. I represent that industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Madhurya Mazumdar. Next we have Najim Ahmed.
Good afternoon everyone. So as mentioned here, like the Indian Hours. So Indian Hours is a platform started during my college days. It is an event management firm where we recognize people in various categories. So rather than talking about this one, I will be mentioning about the foundation that we are running, that is Indian Hours Foundation, which was started back 2 years. Like our main objective of the organization is disaster management, and we are running a campaign Aid for Assam, in which like we are working in various districts of Assam. In current floods, that is Assam has been affected by floods in various regions. So what I can give through this platform, that is the Indian Hours events, like we have a network of 500 authors, 100 companies, CEOs, and various other communities. We are connected nationally with various startups, because we have done events in Bangalore, we have done events in Kolkata regarding authors and startups. So I am connected into the startup community from last 5 years. Anything regarding startup domain, if you are looking help in other cities, we can connect you with that startup communities. And what I am looking through this community is anyone is interested in CSR, or anyone can connect me with a CSR person or to NGO domain. I will be open for the discussions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have the QR code here, so you can connect him on LinkedIn. Next we have Magna Tongia.
Next we
Apology for the inconvenience. Next we have Mohan Agarwal. Next we have Monisha Saikia. Next slide please. Next we have Mausami Kalita.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am Rashmi and I work for Red Hat. So if I say Red Hat, many people don't understand what is Red Hat, but if I say Linux, many people understand that. So Red Hat is the organization that founded Red Hat, based in Linux, and recently it got merged with IBM, so it's a sister concern right now. And I am into people management, and as my day-to-day job, my responsibilities are to build and develop very high-performing teams. I relate to what Fariza just said, and what I am here for, as Bhargav said, for the last 2 years I'm working from home. I am a remote employee, and I don't get to meet people. I don't have the convenience of walking into an office right now. So this is a core reason why I am here today, to meet people, there was a point I felt that maybe I will not be comfortable meeting people. For the past 2 years I'm not meeting anyone. So that's why I am here for, and what I can offer, my day-to-day, as part of my day-to-day work, I coach and mentor people. So we talk a lot about skills, but we hardly talk about competencies. So that is something that is not even in our education systems, but I think with the new education policy, that's what is going to come up right now. We are trying to train people on to be competent, not only to focus on different skills like Java or writing or something else, but to be problem solvers, to be able to influence the society, to be able to really network, connect, engage in discussions. So these are the kind of things that I do with my team. So if anyone is interested, I'm all here. Anyone can talk to me. I would like to, I really wanted to go to some colleges and try to meet students to help them understand, because when I started my professional career, I felt that we study a lot, we study about subjects, but we hardly actually are groomed to actually face problems or to actually overcome problems or to try to execute stuff. The team here, LinkedIn Global, what they did today was execute, they may have had so many problems with the weather, with whatever was going on, but these are the competencies that got all us here. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to meet all of you, to meet people, really. And thank you so much. May all of you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next attendee we have with us, she is with us from our first event, whether we are organizing LinkedIn Local in Guwahati or in Teachpur. She is with us throughout our event. She is none other than Himadri Rajvanshi. Mic is yours, ma'am.
Actually, why I am here, everybody say no, Telugu, what is the value already, nothing will happen to you. So okay, let's see what will not happen to me. I'm here actually for networking. How can I help you? I can help you with my holistic well-being. I have the heartfulness meditation. I have the martial arts skills. And still I am practicing. I can help you this way. And most importantly, the holistic well-being. This is the most important concept now. It's the great scope for this. So these are the things I have to say. And the next thing is, important thing is that I am here. Actually, मैं सबको चैलेंज करके आई हूँ कि बार-बार आ रही हूँ, क्योंकि सब मेरे को बोलते हैं कि आपको क्या ज़रूरत है, यू आर गवर्नमेंट जॉब होल्डर और यहाँ इतना बड़े-बड़े डिक्टेटरी से प्राइवेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, अब वहाँ जाके क्या करोगे, आपका तो बातें करने भी नहीं आता, you don't have the smartness. So, okay, that's okay, I don't have all these things, but I can have the ability to learning. I am still learning, and I have that ability to learning and develop. I'm still, I'm personal development, which is called, that is, I am very much important, and so these are my things today. Actually,
Thank you so much. Next we have Zamidi Das.
Hello everyone. Feels good to be here after taking a walk from home stays in the last 3-4 years. Yeah, so my name is Zamidi Das and I'm a subject matter expert. I'm mainly into the education sector and currently I'm working with ERK and working with ERK Mindbox. So basically it's an education sector related organization. Apart from that, I'm also a full stack web developer and I'm associated with Wootlab. It's a Nigerian-based organization. So I'm associated there as a mentor, as a coach, so. And I'm also associated with Water Resource Department of Assam as an IT counselor. So it's something that I'm just getting started with, and I'm hoping for the best with that as well. So yes, not much of a public speaker actually. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That was immediate, crisp, and very precise introduction. Next, I would like to invite Navanita Banik. Mic is yours, Navanita.
Hi, I'm Navanita. I am currently working as a senior content writer with a firm in Bombay. It's a work from home opportunity. So took this opportunity to come back to my hometown. I have, like the name suggests, we have a small home salon service which goes in the name Sparsh Dye and Beauty. A lot of time we have a lot of customers who ask me, ma'am, why dye? Like beauty we got it, but why dye? So just taking this opportunity to tell the name why dye. If you remember when we were small, we would be given this really nice massages by Dai Ma. So in order, I have a lot of friends who are currently in Guwahati and look out for these traditional old women who would come down to your house and help you with the massages, not like the ones that we have now. So hence, I wanted to bring a platform for those people who are running out of jobs because of lack of connectivity, and for people like us who are always on the go or who are always running and don't have time for our kids or even for ourselves, even nursing moms. Like we have a lot of women out here. That nursing moms, we do need massages. So that's how I started my business. It's just been one year. 6th February is when I started, and I'm very proud to say we have 19 employees under us who travel all over Guwahati amidst rain and the flood and everything, and we have been giving services. So I don't know if LinkedIn Local is the right platform, because I'm just hearing everyone saying they're developers, they're learners and all of that. I am not sure if this is the right platform for me to be here and discussing, but my father always tells that you never know who could come in your path and who could help you. So really grateful to meeting all of you here, and I hope I will be of some value here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Nilanjana Sharma.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm Nilanjana Sharma. I am an engineer turned designer. So I have graduated from Assam Engineering College. Then I worked in Britannia as a production engineer. But apart from the production work, I was actually much interested in the improving the designs in the workplace so that I can make a safe environment for the workers, and that's how I realized that okay, maybe designing is something I really enjoy doing. And being an artist, I caught up with the skills immediately, like quickly I could learn. Then now I'm working with Tech Variable, and I see Asrija here, hi. So yeah, we're connected in LinkedIn, yeah. And via LinkedIn only I got the job. So yeah, it's a very powerful platform, and that's why I'm here. And yeah, hope to connect with you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Nilutpal Borua. Can we please have Nilutpal Borua? Next slide, please. I would like to invite Nilutpal Singha.
Hi everyone, I am Nilutpal and I am a graphic designer by profession. I have been into this field since last 8 years, and I have worked for many local, national and international clients as well as brands. And presently I am working remotely with Jaloni as a senior graphic designer. And if you want to know anything about designing or branding or logo or anything related to designing, you can connect me. Yeah, that's why. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have Pappu Kumar Roy.
Good evening everyone. I'm Mr. Pappu Kumar Roy. I'm head of marketing of Business Oriented Private Limited, and I'm taking care of the health device segment of this company. It's a German-based company. We are providing the medical devices like the ICU and the dialysis machines, and you can see in the chemotherapy the devices, all the use we have provided this. Worldwide we are number 2 company. There is one company based in France. They are number 1 company worldwide. So right now from this year I ended my company ended up Northeast. Prior to that, no one marketing. Our company not marketing Northeast region. So because of I based from Northeast, they are providing me this opportunity to work here. And in LinkedIn Local, I tried from the first session and see every time I was there is some program meet going on every year. So every year, but on that time I'm based in Pune, taking care of international marketing of Maldives, Sri Lanka, and then all the parts of Asia Pacific. So that I'm not able to come here, but this time I got the opportunity. Thank you for arranging this kind of things. So basically, Madam says what you should give. Every morning I pray for God that people must not report me, because the medical segment I am working is a very sorrow moment for the family members. Still, if you require anything regarding any critical illnesses, any help, you can contact me. That's all from my side. I don't have any startup or any business in my mind right now. But still, I connect with Mr. As Puravi, I forgot your name. So we are planning to doing something business with you. And I thank for everyone for their business ideas. So it may be I gather some knowledge from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Along with the name slides, we are also sharing the QR code so you can connect with one another on LinkedIn. Now we have Paulami Bhattacharya. Paulami Bhattacharya. Mic is yours, Paulami.
Good evening, everyone. I am Paulami Bhattacharya. I am a licensed clinical psychologist from Rehabilitation Council of India, practicing in Guwahati. I hold a master's degree from Banaras University and done my MPhil in clinical psychology from MD University, Lucknow. I have enhanced my skills in various hospitals in Lucknow and also provide with psychotherapeutic sessions and psychometric testings and management skills for the needful. I believe that along with other healthcare services, mental health service is also very important. Do you all agree to this?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So mental health service is very important, and we have this tendency to suppress our mental health issues. So with this aim, I have started my entrepreneurial venture, that is the Mind Forge Reshaping Minds. I aim to provide psychotherapeutic sessions and consultations along with, I am also a certified graphologist, in layman term as handwriting analyst, and I am practicing that as well. And yes, I am very excited to be a part of this event and to gain knowledge as well, because I can see many professionals here who have achieved so much, and for me, which is only an aspiration at the very moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paulomi. That was indeed insightful. I believe where we are working from home, where things are going digitalized, mental health is something we should focus on. Yeah, so you can connect Paulomi and Lady. The QR code already we have shared. Next we have Prasenjit Chakraborty. Mic is yours.
Hi everyone. So as my profile says, right now I'm into education mode. So prior to that, I had worked for an automobile sector for 10 years and automobile ancillary sector for 10 years. And right now I am doing my studies in IIM Shillong in the working executive domain. So it's a program by IIM Shillong in which we have to work and simultaneously do your studies. So this is a very rigorous program that has been recently launched. So moving on, what I looking from you is the connect, because I also represent the student community of IIM Shillong Working Executive, and what I can offer you as of now is I am associated with an agriculture-based company in Guwahati. So if you are into any kind of agriculture production or marketing linkage you're looking into, so I can help you with that.
Thank you so much. Next, I would like to invite Pubali Bodhapur. Pubali Bodhapur. Mic is yours.
Hello all. Good afternoon. I am Pubali, and I am working as a HR professional for the past 22 years here in Guwahati in different industries. Currently associated with Zamidi Technologies and looking after the HR and operations there as Senior Director, People and Talent Operations. Why I am here is just to meet and greet you, that's all. And I've already met so many new people, Rashmi, Himatri, and I actually re-met Jyoti Kabal. We worked together. Today I came to know he is a member of the Annie Birds Association, right? So that's all. And yes, I'm also associated with the first old age home of Northeast, that is Amar Hor, and also with Home Food Institute, that is Nirmal Ashray, and one school for the underprivileged children, Ankur Vidyapit. So if you want to extend your help or if you want to get associated with such organization, you can connect with me. And what I can offer you, I don't know exactly. I have HR experience, I can help you with that. Sometimes if you want for your startups, free of cost, no worries. And your project plans, and I don't know, we might come to know more about it as we talk one-on-one. And yes, I'm also here to meet long lost friends. Hi. Hi, Sushmita. So yeah, that's all. And hope to meet you all closely. Thank you. And thanks to the team for this lovely network. This was need of the hour. We never met like this before.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We are humbled. Next, we have Rahul Siotia. Sorry, apology if I pronounce your name. Okay. We have Rahul with us.
Hello friends, first of all I would like to thank LinkedIn for organizing such a wonderful event, and basically I would like to just introduce myself. I have done my BCom Honours from Guwahati Commerce College, and I have done my MBA in Finance and Marketing from ICFI Business School. So how I would be able to help you is like, we don't have very good qualified wealth professionals who are providing the correct information for people. Generally in India we see that people are selling the financial products for higher commission and for their own benefit, which is resulting in a huge loss to the people. Just recently also we saw that there is a crash in the share market where people have lost a lot of money, where mutual fund people and share market people advise investors to invest at any level. So I can help you by providing the correct investment advice at a proper manner. And how you can help me is by helping me grow my network, because say one person cannot meet 1,000 people. But if 100 people can refer 10 people to one person, then automatically his network will grow. So this is how I can help you, and this is how you can help me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Rajesh Pujara. Can we please have Rajesh Pujara with us? Next slide, please. Next, we have Rashmi Goswami. Mic is yours first.
Hello everyone, good evening. Alright, it's been a long time. I've not connected with a lot of people since last 2 years. I'm Rashmi Goswami, I'm a project management professional. I'm working for a Big 4 organization called KPMG, and I'm working for as a government advisory services for public health engineering. And here we are working as a project management unit, and we offer services to the clients in all aspects, starting from the financial, from information technology, data analytics, community mobilization, every aspect apart from the day-to-day activities of the client. What I can help with, probably, there are a lot of openings coming up with KPMG, and I often share the recent openings here in Northeast, and I would love to connect and get some, CVs who are interested in the openings, and probably I can help in, getting you in our organization. And I'm here to network with people and know more people and learn from all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next, we have with us Sandeep Kumar Das. Sandeep Kumar Das. Next, we have with us Santanu Roy. Mic is yours, sir.
Hi everyone. So I'm a supply chain professional, and my expertise is the supply chain, handling supply chain for Northeast. So basically, I have worked across many countries in my initial career path, and initially I started my career with an organization called as NIIT, where I used to work in a government organization, government project, and there I used to teach you can say the school students and the government professionals the IT part. But while traveling due to my work requirement, I felt that supply chain is my cup of tea. So I switched my profession there, and now I'm handling supply chain for Reliance Retail for Northeast. And prior to that, I have been associated with various e-commerce and e-commerce sector like delivery, Myntra, etc. So what I can provide or I can help with you people is that my expertise regarding the supply chain business. Like whenever you say supply chain, it's not only that people see that trucks and materials are moving on the roads. It's not like that. Behind that, there are lots of data and planning goes on. So what I can help you is that I can help you with the suggestions or the challenges what we face, especially in Northeast. Like supply chain, during pandemic, we have seen that how important is the supply chain. And during like the natural disaster and all, supply chain again plays a very vital role. So I can help you with the expertise of mine for last 10 years what I've been working with. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So here's the QR code. You can connect him on LinkedIn. Next we have with us Saista Kibriya.
Good evening everyone. My name is Shayesta Kibriya and I am the founder master chef of my venture called Food Passionista. I started this during the pandemic when I got some time away from office. Otherwise, I'm into advertising. I've studied as a digital strategist and we have a homegrown agency called Exclusive Advertising Private Limited. This was started by my dad way back in 1986 and we are committed to offering creative solutions in placing products, people and services. So coming back to my latest avatar of being the food entrepreneur, I see there is a drift in the Northeast as we see many entrepreneurs coming up. I've diversified into the food and hospitality business and I'm looking to connect with fellow people from that industry, food experts, and I'm also looking to scale up the business. We've gone into B2B model from this financial year onwards. And like they say, the pandemic has yet again proven that we are ultimately social beings. And I'm here to connect and network with you all. Thank you so much. And thanks to Mosinda, I've always heard about so much about LinkedIn Local. I was looking forward to attending it offline. I was abroad before this studying. And thank you once again to the organizers and Mosinda. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next we have with us Smita Deka. Smita Deka.
Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Smita Deka and I am a logistics risk and compliance auditor at Amazon. Apart from that, to keep my never-ending passion for training and education alive, I also work as a freelance soft skills trainer. Freelance soft skills and employability skills trainer, personality development, image building and all of that. So that part of it is like mostly helping people to build a good image, both inner and outer, and put them out there and unleash their true potential. So that's the basic motive of doing that. The other day when I was going through LinkedIn, I came up, I got to saw this LinkedIn Local Guwahati event and I was quite excited to be a part of it. So here I am. The main motive of being here is to be able to connect with a lot of people all over the place, coming from different domains and getting to learn about it. So that's what I'm here for. And what I can provide is, at any point of time, if you or your organization or anyone feels that there's a need to learn soft skills or personality development, effectiveness, image building, I would love to help you all out. So please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and I would love to connect with you all. Thank you so much. And yes, last but not the least, the entire team who has organized this event, you all have done a phenomenal job. So thank you. Thank you for bringing this.
Thank you so much, Smita. Now we have with us Susmita Borua. Susmita Borua. Mic is yours, ma'am.
A very good evening to everyone. My name is Sushmita Barwa. I work for Wipro Technologies and I'm based out of NCR, Delhi. My background is basically marketing, but then there was a shift, which is why I moved to IT. ITBS initially, registration of citizens, which is one of the key government accounts of Wipro. And parallelly, I manage a few other accounts of the state government, domain for Wipro Pan India. So apart from that, my hobbies include writing, and I am also gradually venturing into food and also wellness business that I've started in a very small way. I'm not going to promote it right now. It's too initial. It's in its nascent stage, but going forward, I will. And this is a great opportunity, and I would like to thank the organizers and my friend Fariza for getting me here to this event. I'm sure like me, everybody else was all this while so much confined to the virtual world, so it's a nice experience to come over here and interact with a lot of people, and it's very interesting. And it's also interesting to see a lot of familiar faces like Miley and Guwahati and Vipankar. So it's a great forum, and I thank every one of you, and wish you good luck in your career and also your future ventures. And have a great evening ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Susmita. Next, I would like to invite Subham Prasad. Subham Prasad?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, thank you so much, Team Local Guwahati, for organizing such a wonderful event. Hello everyone, myself Shubham Prasad. So currently I am working at Kotak Mahindra Bank as a UX designer, handling both Kotak Cherry product and also mobile banking, Kotak mobile banking experiences. And besides from designing, UI designing, I'm also creating a content related to design on LinkedIn. So if anyone who is interested in UX designing, you can connect me through LinkedIn. So I will provide you with an idea how to get started in UX design. And also if you need any kind of help in terms of UI design and how to make your product successful and have a performing product, you can contact me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Swagata Gautam.
Hello everyone, my name is Swagata Gautam and I am a product designer by profession turned entrepreneur. I have a small venture called House of Locals which focuses on product innovation through artisanal empowerment. I work with a lot of artisans in the rural areas. I train them in terms of the product development, how can they market it, and I sell them through my platform. I have been doing this since 2019 I started with events, and last year I launched my product line. Now we deal with B2C, B2B, and I even do interiors and events. Through this platform, I'm actually looking forward to connect with people who can help me in terms of business development and management. We can always talk and then see how we can go about it. And that's
Thank you so much. Next, I would like to invite Swapnil Talukdar. Swapnil Talukdar.
Very good afternoon and what be good evening now. It's LinkedIn Local Guwahati all of Ofumeto. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for actually bringing all of us today in this platform. And we had three parts that we have to share. First, who I am, what I'm looking for, and what can I deliver. So who I am, a lot more time down, if all of you agree. So I have three passion areas. Basically, I'm not an expert in any field. I have three passion areas. First is innovation for PWD candidates. So I have done a lot of research and innovation for differently able communities as well. And I have received 2 President's Award for innovation as well. And I'm an innovation scholar from President South Bengali way back in 2016. And then I realized that innovation alone would not be sufficient. So I moved the slide into the business aspect or entrepreneurship, as we say. I think one common bond between all of us here, we may have business or not, that's a secondary thing, but entrepreneurial mindset is something that we all have. That is the reason as a Saturday evening, we are kind of sitting here to discuss the ideas and thoughts. And based on entrepreneurial mindset is what I talk. I mean, every week I try to go to schools, colleges, and give seminars on entrepreneurial mindset. That is something is very much required in today's generation. Be it even my father now, after retiring from bank, I'm teaching him how to have some passive income source and stuff. Even my mom has started an NGO and she's doing something of the sort. So I think firstly we have to look into ourselves, our neighbors, can we empower them, and then definitely with all the experts we can definitely grow. The last area that is definitely a passion area for maybe we might have realized or not. I think space technology, I have a lot of interest, and particularly on aliens. So if you can have the other slide. You can see I have worked with this brand. I think we all are familiar with NASA, right? So I've worked with NASA. I've worked in the space development program where we were asked to design vehicles for moon. When I was in class, under scheme top 10 rank holders, they were sending to NASA for a trip, right? So I was very much keen into my pound and a pound. For some reason I did not score well, so I could not go for the trip. So, but that urge was always there. So after I got the President's Award, luckily I was called in by the German division of NASA, and then through some of the main communication I was able to go to NASA. The reason why NASA or any of these organizations are at that level because of the discipline they have, which I always try to tell to my students and any entrepreneur or upcoming entrepreneurial mindset that I find into. Discipline is something is very important. Secondly, obviously networking has to be there, and third has to be the vision that we all carry. And in terms of what I can provide, obviously I speak a lot, so that you can see I'm very nervous and anxious also at the same time. But then again, I think the last 7 to 8 years I have been doing a lot of activities on entrepreneurial mindset or entrepreneurship as a whole. I started my first incubation hub virtually way back in 2014. So I can see some of you might remember the name called NE Tech Startup. It was Roy Ridhinil and myself, two of us who started. And right now in the last 1.5 years, I'm working with Margdashak Advisory, I'm working with Kaziranga University. Even we are coming up with some incubation hubs and activities in Guwahati itself. And one of you mentioned about the rural aspect also, right? So that is also we are trying to address in some of our activities down the line. And I mean, obviously it's a networking event, so I would like to extend an invitation to one of the events that's going to happen on the 25th of this month. It's in 6 Mile only. If someone wants to know more about it, obviously I can connect and personally share details. It's an entrepreneurship meet where we are inviting entrepreneurs throughout Assam, and we are expecting at least 200 plus entrepreneurs under one domain. Tate, we are talking about entrepreneurs who have achieved, entrepreneurs who are kind of in the incubation phase, and people who have ideas. So keeping all these three groups in mind, and Shipra Ma'am is there as an advisor to the organization. It's called Margdashak Advisory. So we are doing an event. I extend my invitation to LinkedIn local team, and you're from GMT, right? Yeah. So I'm a senior also from GMT. But anyways, yeah. So thank you. That's all from my side. And if you want to know about if aliens exist or not, just give me a call. I can prove you that aliens exist. That's all. Thank you. Yeah, I look like Elon Musk. Some people say that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was indeed insightful. Amio as a team of the collaborative Kiasu. So that was quite insightful. Thank you so much. Next we have with us Sayeda Sara Hamdan. Sayeda Sara Hamdan. Next slide please. Next slide please. Next we have with us Yasmin Ahmed Shila. So now we are really grateful to announce that along with our online registration, we have attendees today who requested us to join this event. So I would now like to take the privilege to call all the offline registration attendees. So first I would like to invite Mridul Ray.
Mridul way.
Good evening, everyone. I am Mridul Roy. So I am here as an offline attendee. Okay, so I did not register for the event as online. So I just got to know it from the web that there is an event being organized by the LinkedIn local club. So I just came here at the time and just registered myself as an online attendee. So before giving my brief introduction, so I'd like to tell you that my full name is Mridul Roy. Currently, I am working as an assistant professor in Assam Engineering College in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So I am here mainly to interact with the people, just to know how and what people are doing in different fields in the LinkedIn local Guwahati chapter. So very thankful to the LinkedIn team. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, I would like to invite Barsha Datta. Mic is yours, Barsha.
Hello everyone. So I was not prepared for this, but I am taking this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Barsha Datta. I am born and raised here, done my schooling, everything here. Now that I am working for Margdarshak Advisory as a project manager. Prior to this, I have an experience with corporates like Nestle, Unilever, Mother's Recipe and all. I even worked in London with two big brands like Tesco and H&M. So with Margdarshak Advisory, I am actually introduced to a new field, that is the whole entrepreneurial cycle. I'm a layman to this actually. I'm learning from Sriparna ma'am and all the other strong pillars, Amit sir and Pranav sir. And with this, I just wanted to let you know what as Margdarshak Advisory is actually. So it's a consulting firm and it's like a one-stop solution to anything that comes under the ambit of entrepreneurial journey. Okay, so we are into mentoring and scaling up the new businesses, and then we are also we do the matchmaking between the investors and the right startups. So this is what we do actually, and we are also looking into some new activities and opportunities. Margdarshak Advisory has been doing a lot of activities, but we have been doing it very silently, and we couldn't highlight ourselves. The reason behind this is the great COVID that we had, unfortunately, and also various other reasons. Now that on 25th of June, I would like to invite each one of you to join us. It's a Entrepreneurs Connect, as already I think told by Swapnanil. So it's an Entrepreneur Connect, and wherein we will be having actually it's an opportunity. We are associated with almost 150 to 170 entrepreneurs as of now, and we never had an big event as such. So we are inviting the key stakeholders associated with us, like ICC or NetFee, SIDBI, and all the key people will be coming there. And also the entrepreneurs will have a direct casual interaction with the stakeholders, as well as they will get to know what they can know about their businesses, success stories, failures, and all, and that they can leverage on the same. And as Margdarshak Advisory, we are actually, we also want to highlight our activities, projects, what we are doing, and also the entrepreneurs can connect to us and leverage on the same. This is what I wanted to tell about Margdarshak Advisory, and I am proud to be associated with this organization. I hope to see you all there, and I'll be giving my cards, and I'll be also sending some formal invites if possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next we have with us Rishabh Kejriwal.
Hello everybody, I am Rishabh Kejriwal, Director at Rishabh Agency Private Limited, situated in Lokrat, Charali. be pipes, angles, channels, plates, joists, TMT, and all building structural steel. My USP is we have all the uncommon sizes available and at a better rate in the market. I'm looking for a connect with the purchase heads of leading construction houses and infrastructure houses, and I can connect you to any trader in our town. Thank you. This is Rishab.
Thank you so much. Next we have with us Arindam Gogol.
Good evening, everyone. Namaskar. My cup is empty. I'm just here to fill it. Actually, I'm Arindam Gogol. My name is not displayed here, right on my chest here. So, I have been working in a corporate called LMT, Larsen & Toubro, for almost a decade. I'm into hardcore electrical engineering. Then I realized that I needed a sabbatical due to an incident in my family. But unfortunately, LMT doesn't provide sabbatical, so the only option I have to resign, which is apply for 3 months. So after that, I came to Guwahati. I had some good time. What people enjoy after 60 years, I enjoyed it in my 30s. And then I came to Guwahati from Upper Assam. But the curfew started at 11. I think the shop closed at 10. So I was in Guwahati at that period. Quite disappointing. Then I registered an NGO in the society, but then I got to know that I can avail the scheme only after 3 years of registration. So that was another disappointment. But then I got to be a competent person under inspector of factories. I do. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So I do the testing of factories on and off. So that's kind of self-employment. So yeah. So about questions, I think I'm here to fill my cup. Like I said, I can give a lot from all the enlightenment here, amazing people. And for me, what I can give, I have thought about it a lot, and I think that I can be an amateur listener to your ideas. Because if you explain your ideas to someone innocent, amateur, and if he can understand it, that means you can explain it. So. And that gives you clarity of your vision. So and I believe clarity builds success. So that's the only help I can give you. But it's really amazing to be here, and let's give a round big of hands to the LinkedIn people here who organize it. And I would request you to stand up if that's possible for you. Like standing up and giving a hand for them. It's really amazing. And one thing I need to mention here, specifically, because we have a lot from environment here, when I came and sat there, I saw sunlight coming from those window panes. So after like incessant rain for about, how many days? 4 to 5 days? So your endeavor is verified by the sun. So that's a really nice thing. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We team LinkedIn Local Guwahati very humble. I just want to offer my gratitude to Mr. Syed Mohsin Raja and the team, Deji, Jisu. They are tirelessly working like day and night. So that's why this event is now possible. And also I like to share my heartfelt gratitude to all of you all for your time and the cooperation you're offering. So now, going forward, we have a very special guest with us. So now I would like to invite Vidita Das. Mic is yours, ma'am.
This was very unexpected. A very good evening. I am Dr. Vidita Das, and presently I am heading the Department of Psychology at Hanby Girls College. I have been associated with the field of psychology for more than 15-20 years now, right from my 12 boards, and I have my master's in applied psychology from Jamia Millia Islamia. But my area of interest always has been organizational behavior, and my PhD is in positive organizational behavior, but also has slightly shifted to positive psychology, and I am also a certified positive psychology practitioner. So basically when we talk about positive psychology, it means about talking about human strengths. I think Paulami Bhattacharya has already focused on the importance of mental health, and the field of positive psychology talks about the human strengths, that whatever is good in our lives, whatever is positive, whatever is strong in our lives is as genuine as what is not going right. So positive psychology tells us to focus more on things that are going right and to build that and to make it more competent. I'm really glad to be attending this event here and to see so many delegates from different fields, and actually it's been a learning for me. So more than anything that I can offer, I have, like Sir has already said, it's like filling my own cup. So more than that, I am happy to be here and to be a part of this event. Thank you so much.
Husna Bora.
Very good evening to one and all present here. Myself Husna Bora. I am looking after the entire branding and promotional activities of Purvi Dairy. So it feels great to be a part of this event, and I would also like to say that I have been associated with Purvi Dairy, who works for the poor farmers of our state, and there is like message for everyone. As we always drink a glass of milk, it is a common thing in every household. So I would like to urge everyone to have a Purvi glass of milk every day instead of any other pouch milks. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we are at the end of this session, but before that we try to cover everyone. I would like to request, and also my pardon if we have left someone. So I would like to request if anyone we have unintentionally left, kindly come forward and share your words.
Rajeshri, can you please announce Rajesh Gujar?
Okay. So yes, now we have with us Rajesh Gujar. Please, sir.
Thank you. Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Rajesh Paru. I have total 17 years of voting ceremony. I'm sorry I am stammer a little bit. Please remind me. So I have total 17 years of voting ceremony in customer service. I live in Zuro, AIDC, here with my parents, my daughter. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So I believe we have covered everyone. We have heard to you, and for me personally, this session is quite insightful. I am working from home for last 2 years, so I always look forward to LinkedIn Local Guwahati so that I communicate with all offline, not online. And also I would like to share my pardon for the inconvenience again. So yeah, so I always look forward this kind of offline events, so where we can communicate face to face. We learn about each other so much. So I am really humble for Mohsin Raja, Syed Mohsin Raja, and the entire LinkedIn Local team, all of you, for giving me this opportunity. And now sharing those two questions. What I am looking for from this event is I practically looking for communication and networking, and what I can offer, I am a SaaS content marketer. As I already have mentioned, I am working with First Principle. So that's a venture holding company. We have a sister organization, Syndication Pro, that's a real estate syndication software. So that's where we can talk, we can communicate, and we can network. So with taking this forward, now we have the panel discussion, and we have our esteemed panelists with us. I would like to take the privilege to invite our panelist, Dr. Sriparna Barua ma'am, to the podium. Please, ma'am. Please.
Next we have with us our panelist, Mr. Jyotishman Datta. Jyotishman Datta, sir, please take it. Thank you so much. Next we have with us Pranjal Kaur. Thank you, sir. Now, taking it forward from here, I would like to request Mr. Syed Mohsin Raja to kindly take the further proceedings and carry forward the sessions of the panel discussion. Thank you so much. Rashmi Goswami here. Thank you once again.
I will request Sutanuka to present the memento to Sutana Bolona. A small picture. Next, I will request Deji Mutia to felicitate Pranjal Kaur sir of Startup Assam. Next, I will request our team member Himadri Halol to come forward with the memento and present it to Pranjal Kaur sir. Next, I will request Sutanuka to felicitate Jyotishman Datta sir. And I will request Deji Mutia to present the memento to Jyotishman Datta sir. Now to take the panel forward. Have you been through your emails, the agenda copy that we shared with you? Have you been through that? Yes. Okay, if you have been through that seriously, honestly, then you would have noticed that we are about to have this panel on what? What? Exactly, startup. Anyway, thank you. So this is the topic we have. Now I will request Dr. Sriparna ma'am to start, and then I would like to pass on the mic to Sriparna ma'am and take over from here. And we are going to have around 15-20 minutes for each one of you. That's a request from our side. And please excuse my all the behaviors and all the manners here, because we never had a panel like this. So we are a little bit nervous here, ma'am. Sir. So ma'am, I'm just passing on the mic. Yes, sir.
We should rotate, or how do we do it?
Yes, I think yeah, I will request ma'am Sriparna ma'am to moderate and take it forward from here.
We need more time for interaction.
Yeah.
All of us, right? Start with the initial comments and then.
Yes.
So, very good evening to all the members present here. It's a pleasure to be here. Particularly, never expected such a big gathering, and such young minds coming and professionally introducing yourself. It's a learning every time I come and meet young minds. So definitely a pleasure to be here. The topic that has been given to us is startup and entrepreneurship, and your panel members, as you know, Jyotishman Datta and Pranjal Kaur. And so we are, although it was a monologue which was told to us, we decided impromptu that we'll have more like a discussion-oriented thing, so that, and we leave more time for question-answer. I think the entire focus here is on interacting, understanding. So let's put even the panel discussion on that mode, with the initial comment from all of us, and as we go forward, you can start asking questions. So I start with my experience and what I feel about entrepreneurship and startups, and then I'll go to the rest of the panelists. It's a very big topic when you say entrepreneurship and startup, and that too, I think, for Northeast. With all the young minds, many of you may not have been born with the years of experience I have with me, more than 33 years of experience here now. And last more than 23 years in the field of entrepreneurship. And one great change that I've seen in the last 5 years is the way people are looking at entrepreneurship. this is one big change, and it's one of the, this 5 years has seen, at least 5-6 years have seen a phenomenal change. Not only last decade there has been a big change in India, but last 5-6 years have been a big change in the Northeast. And particularly pandemic has been a biggest push for more people looking at starting an enterprise, because when we have more professionals coming back and working from home, that's the point in which, I don't know, there could be many amongst you, many professionals who have come back home, who were forced to come back home and start working, and they found suddenly that, okay, in the presence of our, in our own homeland, when we are, when the connection is there, where is the problem in starting something and doing something? I mean, we can never look at Northeast as a land of opportunities. This is not only happening in Assam, but pan-Northeast, this has happened, and this has been one of the most positive signs. Now, one is that people have started looking at entrepreneurship very seriously, and if I look back even 10 years back, when we were doing programs on entrepreneurship, who were the people who would come to do a program on entrepreneurship? Basically, people who had no other option. So we used to get people who were like, looking at, maybe if nothing happens to me, maybe I'll start my own enterprise. That was the sort of, mindset with which people came for doing our entrepreneurship program, but that has tremendously changed. Not only now, talking about the mindset, the other thing is that when we talk about the ecosystem, even the ecosystem is becoming very entrepreneur friendly. There are no doubt a lot of hiccups when you want to start, you don't know where to go, what to do. Those issues are definitely there, but definitely, the government is becoming very, very positive. Look at, Pranjal will be talking about the startup incubator here in Guwahati itself, which is again going a big way in facilitating the entire startup ecosystem. Something could be, something which is, incubators are coming in a big way. So Startup Assam is here, then there are other incubators, academic institutions have started their own incubators, government policies have come in, the Startup India initiative has started in 2016, and from then onwards, each and every state has its own startup policy. So all these things have been a big push for the entrepreneurship to happen. And if we look at, before I speak further, if we look at the sectors where, the Northeast, we find that startups emerging in the sectors in which startups have come in, it will be mostly the agri and allied. Then tourism is another sector. ITES is another sector. Then of course handloom handicraft remains, because we are predominantly a region in which handloom and handicraft dominates, and we cannot ignore that sector, right? Logistics is another sector, health and wellness. And today when we are talking about circular economy, definitely we have to look at sustainability when we are looking at starting something. So these are the sectors which are dominant in the Northeast. Not much, I don't know, maybe Pranjal will be able to say more on whether there's been many technology startups which have actually come in. But the type of entrepreneurs that we come across from the Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship are more like in the MSME sector, where they're going for traditional loans. And if I may say just one more thing, when we look at entrepreneurship, we have to look at entrepreneurship from a value chain. We have enterprises, because Northeast is primarily a rural economy. So there are enterprises which are happening at the bottom of the pyramid, which is to the SHGs, the cooperatives, the farmer producer companies, etc. So there is a lot of enterprises happening at that level. Then you have a lot of enterprises happening at the MSME level, which are micro, small and medium enterprises going for traditional finance, etc., starting their business. And there are startups which are using technology, which are disrupting and starting there. And so there are startups emerging which are not going for traditional funding. So that is basically the background with which I thought I'll give my opening remarks, and I would now request Pranjal to give his opening remarks.
Good evening everyone, and welcome to this session today. I would like to first thank the organizers for putting this up, I was really surprised to see such a big gathering here. So all of us were just discussing that how needful platform like this was required here, and good that we are having it here. and I presume that we would have more such sessions going forward that would help us to engage more and better. I would like to begin by saying that you guys are fortunate because there hasn't been any better time ever in the past than now to be an entrepreneur. The kind of support that the ecosystem has today in terms of mentors being available, people around to help you find the markets, help you develop your technology or a product or a service, help you with funding, all of that is here. It is just that you just have to stretch out and reach out to the right agencies, and there they are to take you to the next level. And as I say that, we are one of those agencies here. Assam Startup is an initiative of the government of Assam, started in 2018, but then we launched in 2019 with the first cohort. What we do is that we select a group of 50 to 100 startups every year, and through a cohort mode, we move the business up to the next level over a period of 8 months, where each month we have a boot camp, and whatever we learn they put into the business, and subsequently it ends with something called the demo day, where they are made to present before investors. You'll be happy to know that over the three cohort that we have run, the third cohort is still on. So effectively, the first two cohort, about 35 of startups from the two cohort. The two cohort actually collectively makes it to about 76 startups, but of that, about 35 of them being able to raise close to 42 CR of external funding. So these are not grants; these are external funding from investors. So while in isolation we hear about small numbers, but collectively, I think for the region, it's in a very short period of 2.5 years. That's quite an achievement, I feel, and I think it's something that we should celebrate. And as I talk, I would also like to tell you that 2 of our startups are on the verge of signing up their pre-series round of 2 million each. So that's where we are at this point. And these are just 2 stories. There are many such stories. We have seen huge amount of innovations coming in the field of tea, unthinkable innovations, things that has, if we do not show you the innovations, you will not be able to figure out that any such thing in the field of tea could have happened, right? So that's the kind of innovation I'm talking about. Whether it is about the process or there are innovations in process, there are innovations in product. Happy to tell you that in this period of 2.5 years, we have had 20 patentable products made and patent applied for, 7 patents got. So that's the kind of achievement this small initiative that started about 2.5 years back have been able to deliver. Well, the number from a population perspective seems low, but also understand, these are not just any other business, these are startup business. So there is a slight difference between any business and a startup business, but that shouldn't dishearten some of you who may not think that you fit into the startup story. How startups are different is that there could be an element of technology, may not be, but the product or service that the startup brings in to the table should have that bit of innovation which helps it become scalable and sustainable, right? So that is the important element that the business should have, which makes it a startup. Now, as I speak, we are on the verge of launching our 4th cohort. As I told you, we help startups to come to us through cohort modes, where which is the mode through which we incubate startups. The 4th cohort, the application for the 4th cohort has been open. Please visit our website, and if you have an idea, please apply. What we do is that we run 2 programs. One is a pre-incubation program, wherein anyone who has got an idea and have worked on the idea and come up with some kind of a prototype or something beyond the idea is where we kind of bring them in and help them to move to level where the product is completely ready. The next level is the incubation where anyone who has a product and have tried out early revenue, has early revenue, we help them to form the business and take it to the next level where they start earning money and seeing the business moving ahead. And this is what we call the product market fit, and that's what we help them establish. Because post that, it's about scalability and moving to the next level, right? So that's what we do. And we are here. So after this, I think there is a networking session, and you could reach out to us. The two other colleagues of mine sitting right behind, Wasim and Kongkong. Wasim and Kongkong, why don't you wave your hands so that people can reach out to you after this session, right? And if for some reason you are not being able to connect with us here today, our office is at Ambari. It's open 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 6:30. Anytime you can walk in and reach out to us. Thank you. I think we will continue as we discussed, right? I would not take this introduction any further. Thank you so much.
Hello. Very good evening, everyone. Well, I think entrepreneurship just starts with a very basic thing. It starts with a dream. So it feels great to be actually in a room filled with dreamers. It just makes you, inspires you to dream more, and I think that's the beginning of any idea, and that idea itself would end up being a business. So Mohsin, I thank you. I am really, really thankful to you that you called me for this event. This is way above what I expected. To always see a physical event of a digital platform I was very curious to find out what it was, and I'm actually overwhelmed to see what the event is about. I'm associated with the Downtown Group, but there's another thing that we do in the group that it's not really advertised, is that we also run an incubation center. And we've been running it since 2014. It is self-financed. From that, we have been giving soft loans to a lot of startups. We got funded by a scheme of the Ministry of Electronics and IT. So we have certain funds even for that. We do, obviously the Assam startup is the biggest one that is run by the government of Assam. We have a small incubation center in Section 25 country which also gives out grants. We have funds for around 4 startups a year and around 5 startups which are funded internally from our group. What ma'am was suggesting is that she said very clearly, I think when we started in 2014-15 perhaps, when the first time we were giving out grants, we had 18 applications. Last time now we moved it to a biannual format. We had 88 applications for a 6-month period. So that growth is phenomenal. So that is the best thing that can happen, and I think that is happening in Northeast. As man said, entrepreneurship was the last resort. It's not the last resort anymore. It's the only choice that people are accepting to take, and that is the most beautiful thing that happened. Once you've taken the choice, that is, I think, the hardest choice to take. I think there are challenges. You will face a lot of challenges, but I think that can be overcome. And meets like this, where you actually meet other entrepreneurs, are a great platform to discuss. And when you meet people sharing dreams, sharing the same challenges, it kind of inspires you that you're not the only one. And that is a big help. It's a big moral boost. It's a big support for everyone. So what changes have we seen in entrepreneurship? I think man covered 3 key areas. Northeast has a lot of disadvantages. We always talk about it. But what are the advantages we have? What do you think are the advantages we have? We have tons of disadvantages. There's so many talk shows. We keep talking about it. We never talk about the advantages we have. Advantages in Northeast.
Networking, because I mean people are more closely connected
In a way, true.
than what I've seen outside.
Yeah, absolutely. We are geographically disconnected, so that gives us an advantage of building our own ecosystem. That ecosystem is kind of insulated from competition also. So that is an advantage if you have to look at it that way. We have a lot of agricultural advantage, handloom advantage, which man clearly said. That is something that I saw, I think you were exploring that. That is something that should be really explored. What we have here needs to be showcased nationally, internationally, and I see there would be a lot of value to that if you know how to showcase it. So that is something we should look into it. So please also look at the advantages that we have. We have seen a lot of these changes. Say from 18 initially, there were maybe 14 who were trying to be in IT. Fair enough, I'm nothing against IT. Now out of 88, perhaps 70 are of solutions which are trying to solve a problem which is a regional or a domestic problem here. If you try solving local problems, I think you will be able to cater to larger businesses. Those businesses I see more scope. That is a personal perspective, absolutely. There is no rule that this business will work or this business won't work. But from experience, what I've seen is that if you cater to the problems that we have here, I think it is easier to incubate your business into it. The cash flows are going to be much faster initially. So these are some things that these are just my observations that we're sharing. Honestly, I think we are a group of entrepreneurs who've already started the journey. So you already know how to start. Now you're facing different challenges. Now you're looking to overcome the challenges and scale up. So I think as we go along, we'll discuss more, and I would love to hear from you also. There's another input that I would want to know from you. We are also building a technological incubator. We are constructing it right now. It's about the 35,000 square feet space, which should be ready in the financial year 23-24. We have certain technologies where we want to set up the labs where we think if you want to work on a patented idea, you can come there, work on it. You want to work on a product, you can use our machines. That is something that we're working on. So I would love to hear from you. If you have certain ideas that you think should be incorporated in it, do let us know. Because the project right now is just in the drawing board, so a lot of changes are possible. Based on the resources that we have, we've come up with a plan, but honestly, I see unlimited resources in front of me. We would love to hear from you. These are the kind of works that is missing here. These are kind of machinery. If we have, it will be easier to work on certain products and make you work on the product patents. We would love to hear from you. So we try to incorporate it in the next 12 to 24 months as we are constructing the space.
Before we just move on to hear their views, I'd just like to add 1 or 2 points, because I have not spoken anything about the institute where I represent and what is it that we do, because many people out here might be interested for that also. See, as an institute of entrepreneurship where I work, Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, we actually cater to all the segments. We work at the grassroots in a very big scale, a very large scale. And when we say that we work at the large grassroots, this actually is a business, what Jyotish Man was just now saying, it's actually an opportunity to find out where the problem is. Because we work with clusters. The clusters are basically groups of entities, a group of micro enterprises clustered around a particular area. So it could be a cluster of a handloom, there could be a cluster of food processing. Now when we are working at the grassroots, this could be a business opportunity for someone who tries to solve a problem which that cluster is having in terms of logistics, in terms of some technology which can be transferred to the cluster, or also in terms of a cluster being a supply chain. So that's basically the production base. So there could be different ways of looking even at the existing rural projects for business opportunities. Because as we say, when we are looking at a business, we always try to solve a problem. So there are innumerable problems in these bottom of the pyramid projects where we are working in. So that is one way of even looking at, not just looking at trying to aid what someone else is doing in a metro and trying to come up with a Me Too startup. So I think we again look at, when we're looking specifically at Northeast, maybe when we're trying to solve a problem for problems related to a lesser developed region, this could also be replicated in other lesser developed regions of rest of India. So there the scalability could also come in. So we could also look at things like that. So that is one area where we work. Then we also work on a lot of entrepreneurship development programs for micro and small enterprises. And one program which we are again starting very soon is what we do a pre-incubation support, which we call the Northeast Regional Entrepreneurship and Startup Summit. We had experimented about 1.5 years back, which is again an idea pitching contest which we have. Through the idea pitching contest, we try to get some very good ideas, select, and there's a grant fund associated with that, good ideas which get selected. I'm just happy to announce that we have again got almost a sanction for starting the next round of Northeast Regional Entrepreneurship and Startup Summit. Maybe 2-3 months down the line, you'll be seeing it in our website. So that's a good way of having the first grant fund to validate your idea and then go to the next level, then maybe to any other incubator, because that acts as a funnel to get into the next phase. Because as we know, Northeast, we are mostly, we are not, business families. Most of us are not from business families, and our families are yet not ready to give away funds to start your own business. To bootstrap, it becomes quite a problem to even have the initial funding to start your business. So that is the gap we were trying to solve through starting this summit by idea contest, by giving some grants to enterprises, people with good ideas. So I would like to stop here, and so maybe we could ask anyone who would like to, anything you would like to add?
Fine.
Yeah.
Traction stage. So for me to scale it up in the next level, where do you think I should go for funding? Because I've not received any grants, or like I'm not very aware of the schemes at the moment. So according to you, what would be the best?
Can you tell me a little bit more about your business?
So my brand name is House of Locals. It focuses on product designing through only handicrafts. So I work with only sustainable materials, and I started selling in August, and it's got a good traction till now. But I want to scale up in terms of
How do you sell?
I am only selling through social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there are different kind of funds available through Assam Startup as well as Startup India. But then for that you have to, for Assam Startups, you have to have registration called the MASI registration. You have to have a MASI ID. You have to apply for the MASI ID first, and for Startup India you have to have a GPIIT registration.
I just got that.
Okay, now then what you should do is that go to the Startup India website, then check on for the Startup India fund, and then you will get a list of institutes who will be doling out the grants or the or the funding. It is up to 50 lakhs, of which if you apply till 20, it is grant, and beyond 20 is the equity or debenture based funding.
Startup India seed funding.
Yeah. So do that, and there you can apply. There is a format which you need to fill up, and then you need to select 3 institutes from where you wish to apply to, right? And they will get back to you, and then there will be pitching, and subsequently they would come back to you whether they would like to fund you or not.
We have 2 schemes. One is an in-house scheme, so but that is not really a grant model. It's more of soft-term loan model. So it can be a loan without any interest for a year. We can extend it so within 2 years. But firstly, you have to have a registered entity. You call it a partnership company. Doesn't matter. Secondly, if it is tech-enabled or there is some tech linkages, then we have grants of another 25 to 30 lakhs. But for that, I'll connect with you after this. So then, but it's in a competition format. So I cannot commit to you that I can give it to you straight away, but in out of say 10, if you are the best 4 or best 3 based on the cycle, you would be getting a grant of 7 lakhs, subject to XYZ rules which are there as per the government of India. But there's a 2 lakh, 4 lakh soft-term loan which we also give, because a lot of the startups have an issue, they cannot go to banks because they are kind of loanable in a way. So we kind of give a loan on a very high risk parameter, we take a chance with that. So that is something that we have intervened. So these 2 things, if you connect, anything we can help you, we'll love to connect with you.
Thank you so much.
Very generic question actually. Thank you so much for all the inputs that all of you have provided. You were quite insightful, I feel. But then I had this question, and I think a lot of people who kind of want to get into this whole startup thing have this question in mind, and it's primarily the success rate that we basically see in India. Over the last years, I don't know the exact statistics, but I don't exactly remember where I read it, but what I read was something like the success rate was as low as like 5 to 10% in India. So since you people are kind of already working into all this incubation and stuff, so have you really found any kind of change in that trend? Because I guess 95 out of 100 startups kind of fail to sustain within the first 5 years. That is something that's like really, really alarming in Indian ecosystem, I feel. So what are your thoughts on that? Thank you so much. Again, like I really don't want to sound negative here, but that's something that was really.
That's fine. That is uniform across the globe. So nothing to worry about that. In fact, what they say is that 2 out of 10 make it through, right? So that's the kind of benchmark this particular sector, because it's completely it's completely based on innovation, scalability, and sustainability, right? And it's highly fast growing sector, which is very competitive. People come up with similar technologies very fast because once anything is fundable, everyone wants to get into the fray and want to try out some different version of the same thing. So and many a times what happens is that a better idea does not make it, and a slightly lesser idea makes it through. Like if I have to give an example, the early days of cab hailing apps in India, we had Taxi for Sure as well as Ola, right? But I don't know how many of you have used both the services. Taxi for Sure was definitely better than Ola, but I mean, they couldn't make it, right? Ola made it. So it's also about the power of the execution. It's not only about the power, not about just about the idea, right? So that's why even while we engage with youngsters and we help, while we counsel people who come to us with ideas, but we do not do anything beyond that because that segment is so huge that you need a huge bandwidth to engage with them, and many a time it is not much meaningful because it's just idea, right? So we need to see some amount of work beyond the idea where we actually need to step in, and that's where we start engaging. Now, if I have to come back to the ecosystem in Assam and notice what's happening, well, we have still not crossed 5 years. It's just about 3 years now. We are running the third cohort. Have we lost startups whom we have incubated? Yes, we have. Are the numbers high? No, the numbers are not. Thankfully, we have been able to help most of our startups, almost 85% of our startups survive till now. Two various things that we have done, and let me tell you that during COVID we did not lose any of our startups. All of our startups survived. What we did was that Madam was also part of some of the engagement that we did. We created a platform where we got all our startups. I'm part of Calcutta Innovation Park. So we operate, we take care of startup ecosystem for state governments in about 6 states in the east. And apart from that, numerous other projects that we do. We run acceleration programs as well as incubation programs for corporates. We work with both brands like others for different projects. So as well as we have an incubation center at the campus at Joka, Calcutta, wherein we have a startup footprints from around 27 states. So what we did was we created a platform where we got all our startups to interact and engage, and that led to a lot of collaborations happening within the platform, right? Someone from Pune who's into exporting handicraft handloom found someone in Meghalaya and Assam who could supply products to him, and those kind of things happening. So while at that point in time, the guys in Meghalaya and in Assam were on the verge of closing and thinking, how do I sell? Where do I sell? And then suddenly they find a buyer in Pune within the same ecosystem, right? And magic happens, right? And all of them survive. So there are things that we did, but yes, mortality happens. Mortality is a reality, when we discuss and when we talk about startups to our incubators, there's something called the value of death, and that is a period where most of the startups die. I'll not get into it now. It's a bigger session that is to be taken at maybe at a different point in time. If we get opportunity, I can take you guys through it, and people need to survive the value of death to become sustainable, right? You want to add?
Yeah, a few days ago I was reading an article. I know you think it to be negative. Just Google and spend time and see the success ratio in US.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So you will understand that you are actually 10 times in a better state. After 10 years, we may be maturing more as a startup economy. Technically, you have early movers advantage. So look at it from that point of view. After 10 years, it will be worse off. Why? Simple reason. As I mentioned, there were 18 applicants, now there are 88 applicants. So the funnel is increasing. As the funnel increases, as you mentioned, the success rate grows. So trust me, there is still time. We still have an advantage right now in terms of a lot of things. So I think it's something to exploit.
I have a question.
Mic is not on.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, I just wanted to understand from the Assam startup. How many of your startup has started earning revenue, and how many till now the positive cash flow?
So almost 75% of our startups are at a revenue stage. And if I have to talk about the kind of money that they have made, they have done a business of about 22 crores since inception too, cumulatively.
Hello everyone. My initial question was to understand how we can validate an idea, and I think ma'am just mentioned about the incubation stage, so I'll not go to that. But I do have a next question. So according to Google, when I say definition of an entrepreneur, it says a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. So does this also cover services along with not just the the MSMEs or the rest of the industries that we're talking about? Does this also, the entrepreneurship, when we talk about it, does it also cover the services? And I just want to ask.
See, when you say entrepreneurship, covers all kind of businesses. But when you talk about startup entrepreneurship, it's a slight difference, which I talked about in my when I just started speaking. That's about the element of innovation being in the service or product that you create to solve a problem. And because of this innovation in that product or service, it becomes highly scalable and sustainable, right?
I'd just like to add, and when you're looking at a definition of entrepreneurship, just look at it in a very simple, there will be hundreds of definitions, but look at it in a very simple way. An entrepreneur is defined as a person who mobilizes resources, innovates, takes a risk, and in the process he or she gains and the society also gains. That's the best definition of entrepreneur. Nowhere talks about money. So it is the ethical thing comes in very clearly, that you gain as well as the society also gains. So any person that's what we were talking about, entrepreneur mindset. So that is it, that anyone, you can be a doctor, you can be an enterprising doctor, you can be working like an entrepreneur, enterprising doctor, you can be an enterprising lawyer. So first say that don't go by the definition, that's my advice.
Good evening, everyone. Well, my question is for Shiparna ma'am, and good to see you, ma'am, once again here in this particular platform. Ma'am, you talked about the entrepreneurship summit that is about to come, 23-24, right? So I just wanted to know, when any entrepreneur, venture is being granted for any XYZ amount, is that only in the idea stage, or probably after raising certain amount of fund also you can go for the grant? Is what I would like to know.
We are looking at primarily a little idea stage, because not someone who has raised funds.
Okay.
Not someone who has raised funds, but it will be more idea, maybe some traction is give value to some enterprise where little traction has happened, rather than just being at the idea stage. A little bit of traction, but the fund is more for validation of the idea.
Okay, great. And the second question is probably for all of you. What are those organizations where probably a startup beyond idea stage is there? Probably 50% of the fund is being raised. What would be the right institutions or organizations where we can actually go for grant as such?
You don't need a grant after that actually. And if one is looking for grants, then one has to study the government schemes very, very carefully. You have to devote a lot of time in understanding the government schemes, because that requires a lot of patience also. Okay, and you should be ready that you will get a lot of. You have to keep on going, visiting, understanding. So that doesn't come readily. But if you do a lot of research on the government schemes, definitely they become happy. You can use those government schemes.
And also, grants are ideally for extremely early stage startups where, either it is ideal to POC or POC and you need to, do a product market fit, those kind of stages, right? Beyond that, it is purely equity based or debt based funding that happens in the startup.
Thank you.
Jyotisman sir, Shipana ma'am, and Pranjal Kaur sir. It was a great insightful session, and I'm great to
see all of you taking part in interacting with the panelists. Thank you so much. And
can I have just one question if you allow me? I thought it's not. Even I have just one question.
okay, so 2 more questions. Then we'll move to Haiti and open network. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's up to 6:15, so that's right. Anyways, my question is that I don't have any family financial precipitation. So from that point of view, I cannot concentrate on a product-based startup because that has a lot of establishment cost. But I do have a service idea in mind. So if I juxtapose those product and service together, what kind of advantage and disadvantage do they have over each other? Can you just, because service needs a different kind of credential to go ahead. Okay. No product.
So if it is for the grant, we do not segregate. At least at SAM Startup, we do not segregate whether it's a product or a service because we look at it from the what's the idea, what's the problem it is solving, and what's the impact that it is going to create. Those are the elements that we look at, and most importantly, the innovative part of whatever you're creating is definitely one of the elements that defines whether you would get the grant or not.
General environment itself. So now places like Maharashtra, Karnataka, Gujarat, they're way ahead in terms of startups and whole culture itself. As you were saying that we do not have the culture at all. So, in Assam startup and you guys as well, are you doing anything to educate people, especially the larger population, probably the rural Assam, to accelerate that?
So when we started off in 2019, and we did something. Every time before launching a new program, we do outreach and we go out to districts, district headquarters, towns, larger towns, and engage with the youngsters. Till now, we have at a one-on-one level connected with about 28,000 youngsters. So apart from that, there will be numerous whose data we do not have, right? So
that way even
yeah,
do a lot of
yeah. So we also do. So all of us we are at the grassroots connecting with people, right? So we also take local entrepreneurs to tell their stories so that there is the establishment of there is a connect between the youngsters and the entrepreneur, and they feel that it is doable, right? So you need success stories. So when we started off in 2019, the scenario was the majority of our applications were coming from in and around Guwahati. But as I speak, in the third cohort, we not only have got applications from across the state, from Holbia to Dhemaji to all of those across, Silchar to all over the state, but we also have startups from across the state. So that's, but yeah, now you cannot compare it with Maharashtra and other states because they started much earlier than us. They have many more technical institutes. C, their technical, the migration of technical, graduates are very low. So here, even if there is a startup who comes to us for incubation, at some point they would struggle with manpower. They need resources to scale up, and that's when they feel that they do not have the right manpower available because the one who are bright, have done the engineering or any other education here and who have left Guwahati or Assam or Northeast and are working somewhere with in some other startup in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai or Gurgaon. Right.
So why I was asking is this, because we've got a lot of catching up to do, right? And we have to at some stage, but whatever means, right? So that's the question. Retaining talent here itself.
So there's been, what we have seen in the last, since COVID is that there's been a lot of reverse migration of talent, and many of these talents have approached to us saying that, yeah, while we are doing work from home, we have some time with us, can we try, and I have this idea, I would want to try this out, can you help us? So that's also happening.
Particularly, states like Manipur and all, even the local ecosystem has evolved like anything.
Exactly.
It's evolved like anything, so the local networking, even entrepreneurs meetups are extremely important. Because that's very important, because when you have local meetups, what happens is that just by interacting, a lot of ideas come in. So you don't necessarily have to wait for an incubator to come in. Even the local networks are very, very important to regularly meet, keep on exchanging ideas. There's a lot of cross-learning, cross-collaboration which can happen.
In fact, Manipur is a case to be reckoned with. You know what we have done is that there is hardly any support from the government. The government, the government is in their own, I don't know where they are, but they have got local angel network, they have got local, startup groups, and they have some phenomenally successful and good startups.
And their local
And they
startups are devoting time to promote
precisely.
other startups.
Yeah, and these startups are helping other startups to grow. In the absence of any formal ecosystem partners to help them, they have tried to help themselves and help others. And it's a classic case of startups taking the ring in their hand and kind of driving the chariot ahead. Right. So I think we did try I think in 2011, right? 11-12 with Startup Assam. We still run that. I mean, I'm part of a formed organization now called Assam Startup, but we started something called Startup Assam in 2000. It was 2014, 15, I think. Yeah, 14, 15, and we used to have a weekly meetup like this called Startup Saturday. Yeah.
So then maybe it was too early.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Now it's the right time.
Start again.
So we still have that. In fact, we keep on having one-off programs here and there. But yes, Congress should have been here today. Congress is not here. Whoever is interested, you can reach out to me. I would connect you with that platform. We are there. That platform is there. So there are many, a couple of others. So together we can definitely rejuvenate what we started in 2014-15, and I think that would benefit the ecosystem a lot.
Yeah, that would benefit. And last thing which I would like to say is that start collaborating with each other. That's the best way of growth. Don't work in silos. Today is the age of networking. The more you network, the more you can grow actually.
I meet a lot of youngsters who come and tell me that I have an idea, but before sharing, I want you to do an NDA with me. I'm not interested because so people have to break that mindset and come out. Talk about your ideas. Because don't have the fear that people will steal your idea. Even if people steal, it's not about the idea, it's about your ability to scale it, right? Your ability to make it happen. Otherwise, taxi force here would have bought Ola, not Ola taxi force here, right? So that's classic case.
Yeah, like one question I had, suppose the idea that I have, the idea itself, like the MVP itself costs a lot of money. So how should I proceed? Because I have this idea.
When you begin, right, at that point in time, that's a difficult time, and you have to figure out a way to, finance that part of the journey, because that's also something investors want to see. What have you done? Because that itself is challenging, and investors would want to see, have you been able to tide over that challenge, right? So what we say in our domain is that the first financing comes from the 3 F's: friends, family, and fools. So either you can fool people that get the money, or you ask your friends and family to support you. So those are the 3 ways that you can. Then comes the grants. The grants are there, but for a grant you have to have something to show, right? So
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay, I also have a question now. So I represent the student community and ask all of you that how can a person being a student take the idea forward in the field of entrepreneurship? I'm asking all 3 of you.
There is no restriction.
Like any special grants or something involved. I know there are many hackathons organized.
Look at the grant and
That mentality is very wrong. Mind is exactly your idea to ban is exactly like it. Why can't it be finance?
Right.
That idea is very wrong.
Try out something very small without thinking about the ground.
Right. Right. Yes.
There are a lot of startup action schemes for campuses. I am not sure which campus you know. So if you come to say our campus, there is funds. Funds from the university, funds from central government, which are for students. Say you're a student, you pitch, you get 20,000 to work on, as he mentioned, the mini prototype, maybe 1 lakh to work on a better prototype.
Right.
And after that, they can go for more formal incubation centers like what Sir represents. So that, I don't know, it's a very campus-based topic. So otherwise, you have to look out the campuses we give that offer.
And for Shipana ma'am, can you say something about IE, how it will help the student community?
See, we normally, as a student community, except for doing awareness programs there and capacity building of the entrepreneurship development centers, because we try to train up the faculty members there. Rest of it, you can attend any program that we have on entrepreneurship development. But particularly for a particular institute, we don't have any such program. But we keep running programs, so keep looking up at the newspaper or the website. Anyone with interest can definitely come and attend those programs.
Okay. We have funded students from other colleges also, but something has to be ready.
Yes.
As mentioned, it cannot be just I have an idea.
Yes,
This is
some
my
prototype
idea.
or something, they should be able to express the idea and put
Participating in a lot of competitions. A lot of those idea contests are there. That's the best way.
So we run something called the idea clinic once a month. We've not been doing in the last couple of months, but then we do that and we post about the idea clinic in our social media. You should attend if you have an idea and you want the validation of the idea, or you have already worked on the idea and you are facing some difficulties. These are clinics that we run where we try to address the queries. Right? You should look out for idea clinics.
Thank you so much. And once again, from the team of Untitled Guwahati, I thank all three of you. And now I request Shahid to take the session forward.
Well, I thank our esteemed panelists for their time and all the knowledge that they share with you. At the same time, I would like to keep the mic open for them for any kind of suggestion they might have, so that they can end the session from their end. So if you want to add anything from your end.
Very well done, and very well done.
Thank you. And before we move to the high tea and open networking, tea is already there. It has been, heated twice by now. I really am sorry for that. Though I didn't heat it myself, but still I'm sorry for that. We have one poster presentation. His name is Ram Babu. Can you please come forward? We had the idea of presenting at least 4 or 5 posters during this event, but due to some issues, we couldn't do it in a bigger scale. But yet, we have one poster on biodiversity that has been displayed to the left of this hall, on that side, near the Z classes banner. So if you want to have a look during your open networking, you can have a look. And I would like to introduce Ram Babu and ask him to just talk for 2 minutes about his project.
Hello. Good evening, sir. My name is Ramabu Kumar Shah. I am a student of Kezidas Commerce College. Pursuing BCom second. I am doing BCom second semester honors. I have got this idea making biodiversity presentation while I was reading a book, Environmental Studies. At that time, I thought I would be presenting the biodiversity presentations.
Thank you, Ramabu. It's good to have youngsters like you among us. And we really appreciate his efforts. And he has brought a poster made by himself. So if you want to have a look during the high tea, you can have a look. And then we're just moving to one of the best parts of this event. What is that? What do you see? High tea and open networking. The best part for which all of us have been. You were waiting, you were not listening. Okay, fine. Anyway, thank you so much for that. Now we announce the high tea and open networking, and I will request all of you to go one by one. Sorry. Obviously, those people. Okay, yeah. Obviously, those people sitting next to the tea stall will be first to get a cup of tea. But yet, I will request you to go one by one and have a cup of tea. Sandwiches are there, and other items are also there. So please enjoy the high tea, and at the same time, if you have your cards with you, I don't need to tell you what to do. Thank you so much. And we will be moving to the highly and open network. Thank you so much for your cooperation so far. And by the end, before you leave, we will take a group photograph.